Let's take a look at Citrix Workspace combined with Microsoft technologies such as Microsoft 365 to deliver a frictionless yet secure end-user experience. I've already logged into Citrix Workspace with a strong authentication, including options for multi-factor authentication. Now that I've proven who I am, everything that I need to do my job is available for me. This laptop is connected to a simple home internet over a home wireless connection. There are no traditional VPNs involved. Once I've logged into Workspace, Workspace organizes, guides, and automates my work. We'll talk a little bit more later about these activity feeds and actions, but under Applications, I have applications that are more traditional as well as software as a service. Under Desktops, I have desktops in my case delivered from different Azure locations using Windows Virtual Desktop technologies. I could also have desktops from an on-prem corporate network inside of Workspace as well. And under Files, I also have access to OneDrive for Business. But let's go back to the home page of Workspace, and I'm going to start my day by launching Teams Online. Again, a frictionless end-user experience. The default browser on my device opens, and I'm redirected to the Teams homepage. I'm not challenged for an authentication. SSO passes through to the application. Now you might have an application that requires more security than just delivering it on the local browser. I'm going to go ahead and launch Office 365 Secure. Now you'll notice a different browser comes up. And in this case, this browser is part of Citrix Workspace. As before, single sign-on brings me right into the web application. But there are additional security controls in place with this application. Immediately, you can see that there's a watermark. This deters me taking a picture of it with a smartphone or perhaps a screenshot. There are additional technologies built into Workspace to prevent keystroke logging as well as screen scraping. Within the Office homepage, I'm going to open Outlook to check my email. And again, it stays contained within that secure browser. You'll notice that the watermarking is still in place, and I'm going to go on ahead and bring the browser full screen. Additionally, you'll notice there's no address bars, no options to save locally or print. These can be controlled contextually on a per application basis by the administrator. So I'm going to open this email, and let's say that we are concerned about containing intellectual property, different things that maybe are emailed to me or within certain software as a service applications. I'm just going to highlight some text, and let's say that I wanted to instead maybe try to copy and paste this information out. You'll notice that it says clipboard operation is restricted by your administrator. That's when I choose the Control-C on my Mac. So that is again blocked. The reason this web application software as a service is protected is again because this browser is part of Citrix Workspace. If I go to Force Quit, you'll notice that the Citrix Workspace is running and the browser icon that is part of Citrix, the Citrix logo, is highlighted. It is not coming in through Microsoft Edge or Safari or any other browser that might be on my laptop. So let's go back into Citrix Workspace now, the Workspace homepage, and talk about the intelligent workspace. So often we're bombarded with information overload, email inboxes that are overflowing. We often miss things. Workspace brings some of the most important activities that need my attention front and center by integrating with third-party systems of record as well as internal applications with connectors that are either out of the box or easily built. For example, I might have an employee who has submitted an expense report. Instead of having to open the application associated where the employee submits their expense report, then logging all the way in, finding that expense report, the pertinent information is right here for me within Workspace, and I can either approve or send it back right away. There are also actions for common things that I might have to do. For example, a very timely application right now is the COVID Self-Certify. This is something we built for this demo as a simple low-code, no-code application. In order to go back to work, maybe I need to confirm that I haven't had a temperature, I've not been diagnosed or near somebody with COVID-19, and I've not experienced any symptoms or traveled outside my home country or region in the last 14 days. Now, when I click Agree and Submit, that is tracked internally. But additionally, when I go to work, all I have to do is call up Workspace on my smartphone, and there's my COVID self-certification so that I can hold it up on the screen. One final thing to call out, and that is the OneDrive integration. Let's say that while I'm working in Workspace, I need to share a document or a file with a colleague. There's no need to go all the way back into the Office application, find OneDrive, and then share from there. I can execute a share directly from within Workspace, either a link that I can copy into an email, or I can use the Workspace UI itself to send it directly to a user.